Hi, dogs. Oh, goodness, you got a feather. Come here. What the heck? Turn. Let me see your butt. Go away, dog. Random. Okay, go play. Go, go, go. So, I'm at the little grassy area that I usually take the dogs to run around. It's not technically a dog park, but I see people with their dogs here pretty often, and I don't let them out if there's other people or dogs or anything. Fenris is fine. Guy is the one that gets really excited when she sees other dogs and doesn't really listen very well. So, and Fenris already pooped. I already picked it up. So at least I don't have to worry about Gaia running off and eating it. Oh, she's just peeing. So it feels really weird right now. It feels really gross. Yesterday was supposed to be the hottest day of the week. It went up to basically about 100. All night it says 98, but according to our outside temperature taker, it's 100. Come on, guys, stay over here. I don't see anyone else, but and it was hot and dry. Link and I went for a dog walk at about the same time, 11, and it was like really freaking hot by the time we got home. And we stopped and picked some blackberries, but like there was no shade. I was like, Link, let's go. I don't want to stand out here. And then it got hotter and hotter and hotter throughout the day. It's been getting, the hottest temperature has been at like 6 p.m. every evening. Like it gets down to maybe 70 at night and then starts heating up at like 10 and then just gets hotter and hotter and hotter until 6. And it's been doing this for months now, basically since we got back from our trip in June. It was like raining every day, and then boom, now we, keep going up to 90 plus degrees, numerous 100 plus degrees. Gaia, stay over here. There's nothing over there, but I mean, there's like a little pond area, except it's all dried up, so mosquitoes. Probably not the best area for me to be hanging out because mosquitoes love me. But yeah, it's, yesterday got up to about 100. Today's supposed to be almost the same. They're saying tomorrow's going to be 85. And I'm like, I don't know if I trust a 15 degree drop in one day. And even if it is, it's probably going to be muggy like it is now. So I don't want to be out here too long, so it's already starting to get hot. Yesterday was really dry though. Today it feels really muggy. And like it literally, I felt raindrops as I was walking. And it's just so weird for it to be so hot and yet sprinkling. And I was watching the weather report yesterday, not weather report, but national news, and they were showing massive flooding in Las Vegas, and literally like the Vegas Strip, just people were swimming in the water. It was so deep. And of course all these these news reports keep coming out about how California is due for a massive Gaia! Oi! There she is. Due for a massive flood one of these days. We thought the big concern with California was going to be a big earthquake, which is still also going to happen someday, but no, it's flooding, because if you didn't know this, water or ground that's used to getting a lot of water, like moist forest floor, absorbs water differently than dry ground. And with dry ground, if it gets a massive amount of water, it doesn't soak into the ground quickly. It collects, and that's how you get floods. And I just felt some more rain. And so, a desert suddenly getting a deluge of water is not a good thing. Like, yes, the water, California, like always, is in a huge drought, and all these places in the country and world are burning alive and desperately need water. But the ground gets so dry that it just doesn't absorb water. And I describe it as when I water the plants inside my currently empty except for plants and I think one hermit crab that somehow lived even though I didn't have water. I stopped putting water, like dishes of water in there, because I thought it died, and then apparently it's alive again, and I'm like, but there was no water in it. So I started putting water in there again. But anyway, putting water into my temperate cage with ferns and stuff in it, versus when I water the aloe plants in my hognose snake cage, who by the way still refuses to eat. I still have to force feed him every weekend, the little piece of shit fucker. And like the water, when I water the one with the ferns and stuff, it just soaks right into the ground. When I do it in the There's a person, but I don't even know where Gaia is. She won't run too far. I do need to figure out how to put her little collar thing back on. It keeps coming off. I don't know what she's doing that's making it coming off, but just wait for that person to go by. Okay. Gaia! Oi! Whatever, I'll find her later. She has a chip too, so I mean, it's not like she'd super get lost, but I started creating her again, by the way, because she just, every night she finds some new thing. She's like pulling stuff off the shelves to chew up. Like I bought this, you know, new looking used book for the kids, and there she is. And she chewed it all up, and yeah. Hey, stop disappearing. Gaia! So I started putting her in a crate. Literally last night was the first time I put her in a crate for months, and of course she just kept whining, and I kept going out there and spraying with water. Lovely view of a dog butt, until she finally shut up. This morning was exciting. The kids, the garbage truck came, and the kids ran outside butt naked. I'm like, guys, you cannot go in public naked. People freak out about that. I can't get them to understand. Speaking of naked, I'm still very frustrated too, because they both pee themselves every night. I put them in diapers because every time I don't put them in diapers, they pee the bed. And, you know, I keep telling Matthew not to let them have water at night because they have a bottle of water that they keep with them. And I'm like, that is making it much harder for them. Aiden also still pees all day in his underwear, in his you know, I put underwear and then I put a diaper on the outside because they're like, oh, the wetness of the underwear will just, you know, make them not want to pee themselves. Yeah, it doesn't work. But apparently there's like sensors you can buy where it'll vibrate or have an alarm go off or something if it gets wet. And I was like looking at those, maybe try that with Link. I don't know. It's just frustrating. My dad, you know, my parents only had me, and my dad just basically, all the problems I have with my boys, like being crazy and being destructive and peeing themselves and like not really taking, you know, being self-sufficient as far as entertainment goes, they never had with me. And, you know, admitted, you know, being an only child, I didn't really have to share very much, but even, you know, I would get bullied because like I would bring stuff to school to like share, and then someone would like take it all from me and not let me share it or whatever. So anyway, to finish up with the climate change thing, when I water in the hognose snake, the, you know, arid container, because western hognoses are like desert animals, it just pools. It takes a really long time to soak into the ground. So, you know, just picture that on a, you know, desert sized scale. People keep walking by. Usually there's not that many people. And now it's not quite as hot. It's interesting. It's getting a little more blue above. It was all like white and ominous, but I am getting bit by mosquitoes. So yeah, climate change is scary. Whatever. We're having several more 90 plus degree days, and then we're supposed to get a couple of days of 80s, maybe even some high 70s, and then we're going back up to 90 plus, and then back to 70s, and who knows how long this is going to continue. I don't love when it rains all day every day, but I also hate having really, really hot weather, and it seems like that's all we get now in Portland. Is we either get, you know, 2/3 of the year we get rain every day, and then 1/3 of the year it's 90 plus degrees. I would like to remind the audience I moved to Portland from San Diego to get away from the heat, because I hate the heat. I much prefer rain to heat. It's just, you know, well, like sitting like this without getting blistering hot or rained on is unusual now. She is just going all over the places, but she does come back as long as she's not distracted. She comes back. Fenris just shook his head and flung spit at my back, so that was fun. You are such a good boy, Fenris. You are such a good boy. You're such a good boy. You are. You're such a good boy. My old man, he's like seven years now. I was always raised to believe that dogs only live like 10 and bigger dogs live shorter lives than Gaia, stay over here. Live shorter lives than smaller dogs. My friend actually in San Diego has this very, very old Gaia, stay over here, come on. She has this like 15-year-old Chihuahua that's like blind and deaf and needs to have meds like every 3 hours. And like she hasn't said it, but you can tell she's resentful of this dog for like continuing to live. Like she feels obligated to like keep this thing alive. And I mean, it's rough when parents too, but it's rough when pets die. I mean, I'm definitely in the pets are family and, you know, you can't just like run out and replace them category. But, you know, humans like to apply our fear of death to everything. And I also think that quality of life matters. And I think, you know, just desperately trying to keep your pet alive for as long as possible when their quality of life sucks is cruel. But, you know, it's a complicated issue. I have a bruise. I'm like distracted, but I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. But Aeden yesterday, oh my God, he's been so like Jekyll and Hyde for a long time now, months and months now. But like yesterday morning was especially bad. Like he was being a little monster. He was like intentionally breaking Link's Lego toys and throwing and hitting. And like I started holding him, like physically restraining him for a minute because he wouldn't stop, you know, bullying Link, which is funny because Link bullies him right back. But like timeouts don't work. He just gets up. Like I don't know how you're supposed to do timeouts. That's another rife issue, is how do you discipline your kids, which, you know, a lot of people have very strong different opinions. And I don't know if I'm really looking for advice, because it's like I know how to Google. Like I've read all these different techniques and, you know, I've tried a bunch of them and like they just don't really work for me. Gaia! Stay over here. Come here. Come here, Gaia. Come here. Oh my God. She seems like she's really slowed down growing. So you got burrs in your ear. Haha. So I think she's, you know, she's gonna stay like, at most she probably won't get like more than 2/3 of Fenris's size. Right now she's about 1/3 of his size, almost half his size. Which is good because Fenris is a good boy. Like he gets excited. You know I'm talking about you, huh? You know I'm talking about you every time I try to pet Fenris guy comes out and over the way. He gets excited when someone will like talk to him, be like, oh Fenris, he'll like run over and excitedly like kind of jump on them. But he has a lot of scars from, he used to, for a really, really long time, he used to chew himself to death, and like his arms are all scarred and everything like that. But we started giving him Cytopoint injections for like half a year, maybe longer, almost a year ago. And for the first time ever, like all of a sudden he stopped itching. And I haven't given him a Cytopoint shot for like at least 3 months, maybe more. And he hasn't started itching again. And I'm like, what happened? So it's like maybe we broke the cycle, because it's like, you know, the more you scratch at something, the more the more itchy it is. So maybe we finally broke something. I don't know. I need to wash him because his fur feels kind of gross, but like he hates baths and like shivers and just keeps like, I usually do it in the tub because now it's hot, but usually it's too cold to do it outside. So I need to give him a bath. But yeah, he always acts like I'm pouring acid on him. I give him a bath, though. And I can't take him to groomers because he goes psycho and is big and strong. And so groomers are like, yeah, I'm not going to deal with that. We've completely given up on trimming his nails, because he, like, even they gave us like super Prozac and he still freaks the fuck out whenever we try to cut his nails. So I just try to wear him down on cement with walks and stuff. This vlog is especially all over the place. But I'm doing it in a more compacted way because it's only 14 minutes. I usually go for like half an hour. I don't know, like these vlogs remain mostly for me. Like there's a couple of you guys that, you know, faithfully watch my vlogs and let me know what you think and stuff. And, you know, they're conversational. I'm not trying to get famous or whatever. I did post a handful of TikToks. I'm doing them on my Topless Topics TV one that I had made, because the original @Topless Topics account on TikTok, I made it years ago, and when I made it, you could use your Instagram to log into TikTok, and they got rid of that, and you can't use Instagram to log in anymore, but my account still exists. And like I've contacted TikTok about trying to get back into that account, and like they won't tell me like what email is a recovery email. They're just like, check your email, and I have like over a dozen alternate emails because I'm always getting banned, and I've checked all of them and none of them got a password reset. So I don't know. So I had to like, guys, stay over here. Hey, stay over here. I had to like literally fill out a help request or whatever. And I got one response from them saying like, give us, you know, the day you signed up and what device you use and stuff like that. And so I answered all that to the best of my ability. And then the response was like, thanks for contacting us. We'll contact you if we need more information. And the reply process, it's very weird. You have to like submit a ticket, and there wasn't even a way to reply to the message that I got asking for more info. I had to send a whole new message. So that's a mess. So I've just kind of given up on getting back into Topless Topics, and I'm just using Topless Topics TV. I want to start like kind of reacting to my old videos, like do the like where my picture's in front of a background. But I just haven't yet. I'm still just kind of holding my breath, treading water until Link finally goes back to school, like 2 weeks from now. His bus now is gonna be like down the street, so I'm actually gonna have to like walk him. Last year, because he was the only kid on our street that was getting on the bus driver would stop right outside the front. And also, I'm anxious to see how he does on the bus this year, because last year we kept having issues where he would like lay on the floor of the bus, and so the bus driver, hey guys, stay over here, come on, I know you're bored, you want to keep going, well, we'll start walking in a second. Usually I have Link with me and I keep having to yell at him. Like there's a bunch of homeless that live over there and I'm like, Link, just leave him alone. Reminder that taking all, access and dignity from homeless people does not make them stop existing. And like, we're like, oh, they're going to the bathroom on the floor. Where the fuck are they supposed to go? Businesses won't let them use the bathroom. There's no public restrooms. Tangent. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Still just kind of treading water until Link goes back to school, praying that we have a week, possibly even a month between 90-degree weather and raining every day, but not holding my breath. And yes, I am definitely going to try to get some kind of AC downstairs before next summer, because every year is going to be hotter and it's fucking awful. And I feel bad because running AC actually makes climate change worse. I'm sure the technology is out there to have some kind of AC that doesn't add Freon and, shit to the environment. Maybe now that the Inflation Reduction Act, BBB micro, as I like to call it, has passed, there'll be some sort of, like, maybe we'll even get the ball rolling and, like, have more subsidies for, installing solar and stuff. And you still, from my understanding, you have to have the money up front, and then the subsidy pays for it. And I'm always nervous about stuff like that, because I always anticipate problems of, like, we signed up to pay this amount to get it installed, and then, like, I can't get the subsidy or something like that, like with the whole PPP loan fiasco, where fucking giant chains stole all the money so that actual small businesses didn't get any of the money. It's like that phrase, it's like the anti-government, Republicans or whatever, they're like, fuck up the government so that it can't work, and then be like, see, it doesn't work. It's like, yeah, if you fucking block every piece of legislation and, don't, like, defund the IRS to the point where they can't go after billionaires, and then when they finally get a little bit of money, lie and be like, oh, they're going to spend it on, people under 400,000. No, they won't. The money, the untapped money of taxes, billions of it are in these fucking, like, Bezos, Zuckerberg, Musk types who have an army of accountants who exploit every loophole, or just, straight out lie, not to pay taxes. Like, there's way more money there. That is what the IRS, new agents are going to be focused on. But, continue to get your info from Fox News. I'm sure that's, not biased and reliable. And fucking Tulsi Gabbard filled in for Tucker Carlson for a week on his sudden unplanned vacation. If you needed any proof that Tulsi is a fucking Republican. And now there's like that angry Andrew Yang fake party shit. Like, oh my God, everything's such a mess. I don't know. It's hard to, like, have any, like, positive feelings about BBB micro passing, because first of all, even in the bill, they still opened up new drilling lands and, like, had all this, like, stuff making climate change worse. Like, yes, there's stuff to help with climate change, but it's like, I don't know. But it is a good thing. And, going into the midterms, I should be like, yeah, look at this thing that we passed. But I don't know. I think it's all ideological. I don't think it really matters like what actually gets passed or not. People are just going to be like, well, I hate women and minorities, so I'm going to vote Republican. Or I hate rich people and don't want, you know, people to not have a social safety net, so I'm going to vote Democrat. Actually, well, you know how I feel. Fucking all these idiots that are like, the parties are the same. Get your head out of your ass. Okay, anyway. We hit 20 minutes. Okay, I'm going to shut up now and stop getting eaten by mosquitoes and go home before it gets any hotter and try to get some work done before, well, you know, Link just watches crap TV all day. I'm so fucking... I told him every time he goes to YouTube, I'm going to take a toy away because he always goes to YouTube and he always watches the stupidest crap. So I'm trying to get him at least to like go to Disney or Netflix or something. I mean, there's stupid crap on Disney and on Netflix especially too, but at least it's slightly less, you know, it's not the majority of shows that are crap like it is on YouTube. Like, it's so weird. I watch Let's Plays, but when I watch a Let's Play, it has to be like I really like Let's Game It Out, where he like cuts it down to the funniest parts and he breaks games. That's his whole thing, is he like finds a weird glitch and then he'll like exploit it to break the game. And I don't know, I find that like, I think it's better than literally like people that are just like screaming and playing a game, which I do. Like, I make content like that, but I don't watch content like that. And I mean, if you want to watch content like that, that's fine. But for young kids especially, like, you know, I really try to encourage him to play with his toys more. And he does play with his Legos quite a bit. But anyway, all right, I'm going to shut up. Try to get to work, try not to die, and count the days till Link goes back to school and hope that, you know, Aeden doesn't get sick again and get sent home, or Link. Seems like rarely is there a day where at least one kid isn't homesick. But yeah, okay. See you in the next video.